Australia, the land down under, has experienced a remarkable economic transformation over the past few decades. Once seen as a distant, resource-rich country, Australia has evolved into a dynamic and diversified economy that is a vital player in the global market. The country's economic success is driven by a combination of factors, including its rich natural resources, robust service sector, strong trade partnerships, and prudent fiscal policies. Australia's economy is now one of the strongest in the world, attracting global attention for its resilience, growth, and stability. This essay will explore the key factors driving Australia's economic boom, provide relevant data to back up these claims, and offer insight into how these factors contribute to the country's continued success. 1. Impressive GDP growth and economic performance. Australia's economic performance over the past few decades has been outstanding, with consistent growth and resilience, even during global economic downturns. The country has enjoyed one of the longest periods of uninterrupted economic expansion in the world. This growth is underpinned by several factors, including strong commodity exports, a booming housing market, and an efficient financial sector. Gross domestic product, GDP. Growth. Australia has achieved consistent GDP growth for 28 consecutive years. From 1991 to 2019, a remarkable achievement in the modern era. According to the World Bank, Australia's GDP in 2023 was approximately $1.6 trillion, making it the 13th largest economy in the world. In terms of real GDP growth, Australia's economy expanded by 4.7% in 2022 and 2.9% in 2023, signaling a robust recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. This growth rate is significantly above the global average, with the International Monetary Fund, IMF, projecting global GDP growth of just 2.9% in 2023. Sectoral contribution. Australia's economy is highly diversified, with key sectors such as services, mining, agriculture, and manufacturing contributing to GDP growth. The service sector, in particular, is the largest contributor to GDP, accounting for around 70% of total output. The mining and resources sector is another critical driver of economic growth. 2. Record employment levels and labor market strength. Australia's labor market has been one of the key pillars of its economic boom. The country has seen steady job growth and low unemployment, reflecting its strong economic fundamentals. Australia's labor market performance has been bolstered by a highly skilled workforce, attractive immigration policies, and a healthy demand for services and goods. Unemployment rate. The unemployment rate in Australia has remained relatively low over the past few years, with the Australian Bureau of Statistics, ABS, reporting a national unemployment rate of just 3.5% in December 2023. This is significantly lower than the OECD average, which stands at 5.7%. Job creation. Australia has experienced significant job creation, particularly in the services and construction sectors. According to the ABS, around 400,000 new jobs were created in Australia in 2022 alone, with more than half of these positions being full-time roles. This trend continued into 2023, with the labor force participation rate reaching a record high of 66.4%, indicating that more Australians are entering the workforce and taking up employment opportunities. Skilled immigration. Skilled immigration plays a crucial role in Australia's booming economy. Australia's immigration policies are designed to attract highly skilled workers in industries such as healthcare, technology, and engineering. The country's migration program focuses on bringing in individuals who can contribute to the economy's growth and address skills shortages. Third, booming housing market and real estate growth. The Australian housing market has been another key driver of economic growth in recent years. The country's strong demand for housing, fueled by population growth, low interest rates, and foreign investment, has led to significant price appreciation in property markets across the country. House price growth. According to CoreLogic, Australian house prices grew by 16.2% in 2021, the highest annual growth rate in over a decade. In 2022, house prices across the country increased by 8.2%, signaling that the housing market continues to be a driving force in the economy. Strong demand for housing. Australia's housing market benefits from a combination of factors, including population growth, foreign investment, and low interest rates. According to the Australian Bureau of Statistics, Australia's population grew by 1.2% in 2022. Housing and construction industry. The housing boom has fueled the construction industry, which has contributed significantly to employment and economic activity. According to the Housing Industry Association, HIA, the construction industry in Australia employed over 1.1 million people in 2022, accounting for around 9% of total employment. The sector has also driven demand for materials and services, further boosting the economy. Fourth, trade and export performance. Australia's strong export performance has been another critical factor driving its economic boom. The country's abundant natural resources, including coal, iron ore, gold, and natural gas, have made it a global leader in commodity exports. Commodity exports. Australia is one of the world's largest exporters of natural resources. According to the Australian Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade, Australia exported nearly 400 billion Australian dollars worth of goods in 2022, with major exports including iron ore, coal, gold, and liquefied natural gas, LNG. The country's mining and resources sector has benefited from strong demand from China, Japan, and other Asian markets, which has helped boost economic growth. Services exports. While Australia is well known for its resource exports, services are also a major contributor to the economy. Services exports reached 100 billion Australian dollars in 2022, with key sectors including education, financial services, tourism, and technology. Australia has become a global hub for education, attracting students from around the world. In 2022, more than 500,000 international students studied in Australia. Trade agreements. Australia has successfully negotiated several free trade agreements, FTAs, in recent years, expanding its access to global markets. The China-Australia Free Trade Agreement, CHAFTA, signed in 2015, has been particularly significant, increasing Australia's exports to China. 5. Government policies and fiscal health. Australia's economic success is also attributed to sound government policies, fiscal management, and a stable political environment. The Australian government has implemented a range of measures to foster economic growth. Tax policies. Australia has implemented business-friendly tax policies, including a corporate tax rate of 30% for large businesses, which is among the lowest in the developed world. Infrastructure investment. The Australian government has committed substantial investments in infrastructure, including transportation, energy, and communication networks. Fiscal health. Australia's fiscal health is another important factor contributing to its economic success. The country has a low government debt to GDP ratio compared to many other developed nations. Conclusion. Australia's economy is booming, driven by a combination of factors such as consistent GDP growth, a strong labor market, booming housing and construction sectors, robust trade and export performance. As Australia continues to capitalize on its strengths, including its natural resources, highly educated workforce, and strategic trade partnerships, the country's economic prospects remain bright. Australia is well positioned to sustain its economic growth and maintain its status